Uh, was thinking to Roger Toll, uh, you've already got your cred, um, which Fed do you want to come for you? Uh, Build a pedestal first, because you're you're a pretty good ped. Yeah, I'm thinking, we were gonna say, well, why did you even work there? Why bother? The answer is, well, there were talks, there were, I'd get singled out on the occasional Monday morning for a talk. What you get up to on the weekend? And essentially convinced upper management to agree not to interfere with my life outside of the store work. So that then meant, plus the number of people that were, let's say, like-minded with me. They're good company. With the tussles going on, I don't want to draw people and anyone but me really into the fight. But there were locums that I watched stand up to Gary Cans directly, and he would just back off. Yeah, the ones averaged in the over 95 percentile for the dispensary course I did, and there were people whose company was enlightening, such as the dude Anthony Lamb, who is in a notable Australians book, and he previously owned Hughes prior to its sale to the Capital Chemist franchise, and then he would occasionally come back and do some work at Hughes, and so I got to meet him. I got to meet locums who were opposed to buying into a store in general. Um, and then there were the customers. And in my lunch breaks, I was very into philosophy reading segments during lunch breaks. Love it was deterministic and Einsteinian. You know, the suggestion that there's no free will, and it actually was a wise atheist online who first had already challenged me outside of the domain of book reading to question free will, because he just said, well, the word free doesn't really mean anything unless you're saying you're free from some restriction. So, what are the restrictions? Essentially, is the next question you'd factor in. What are the restrictions from which one is free? In relation to their will. I like the idea of willpower, and even yeah, even to some extent. Um, though I don't like Hitler. I like yeah, no, I don't really like Hitler. Uh, he visited Nietzsche. He asked to visit Nietzsche's house, and then still made embossed belt buckles saying "God is with us" for his soldiers to wear. Gott mit uns. God with us. God was on their side. I think yeah, Roger could do. Roger's next move be to open a laundromat, Chinese laundry, and given the genius uh, on his marketing board from past advertisements, we could be safe to assume that a name like ethnic cleansing would be a good name for his, because he could just get Chinese people. Gary could use his boat and bring them overseas on boats, and you had to clean people's clothes, and they could say, "Hey, come to ethnic cleansing." You know? That's on par with statements like, "We know what matters," and "Everybody needs their yeah, ethnic cleansing." It was pretty simple. My own philosophy is very. I've tried to keep it always very simple and practical. I like to envision an engagement between a divider and a unifier, and that's not a Freudian some Freudian extrapolation from parent relationships or anything like that. It's just it's kind of just how, as a kid, I couldn't decide who I liked out of the hero or the villain. Um, 8 minutes. Let's see how the channel's going. Material that's not to certain people's tastes seems to be mysteriously vanishing. Content of the channel. Yeah. How am I going to make it the worst channel on YouTube if things are getting randomly deleted? It's against my um, yeah, it's against the principles on which the channel is founded. I will say that much. This interview is over.